Hi there. We didn't see you. Well, first of all, my name is Elder Chen,
I'm Elder Cook.
and we just want to share a little bit of nice memories we have of Elder Curtis. And we're always in the light booth with him during the promise, and also before the show and during the intermissions. So we got to know Elder Curtis a lot. He's a perfect example of quiet dignity, actually. But sometimes, and he's just always got a big smile, and he's got a big heart. He always tells the YPM he loves us. But sometimes he's got his little funny side. Like he'll make all these funny comments about the audience with the kids, they're watching it. Or sometimes we're just all in the production office and I would like do a goof move, like I'll dab at him or something. And then he'll do it back. And so we just love him. He's a good damper to our systems right here. And just perfect smile and perfect example of obedience.
And let's never forget the look on the Clements' faces as the stampede came in through the bistro and down the stairs and attacked the pile of rolls. 'Cause I'm peanut butter and you are jelly, and we're so happy on a little piece of bread. I'm so glad I discovered you in the cupboard. I hope you're glad too.
This isn't the hardest work. We've missed that. The chopping and the mincing and the...
Actually, the browning of about 20 pounds of chicken this morning.
From now on, we'll be stuck together, but what could be better than being stuck with you?
The cook gets his reward.
Some of us just bypass all that stuff and go for the dessert.
That's right.
You're so sweet and I am chunky. You're low fat, well I'm working on that. 'Cause I'm peanut butter and you are jelly, and we're so happy on our little piece of bread. We're so happy on our little piece of bread. We're so happy on our little piece of bread. Peanut butter and raspberry jelly.
The Hatches are goals. The Hatches are like dream couple. One thing that I will always remember is Sister Hatch just said that they have said yes to everything. And even though they had things that were really scary and things like opportunities come up where they thought, how would they do this? They said yes and they never regretted it. I love that. I'll always remember that.
Pretty nice backdrop to play the piano.
Just because Sister Hatch, like, for instance, in just playing Anna Amanda behind the puppet show and whatnot, like make a joke or something, and all of a sudden Sister Hatch just starts laughing out of nowhere. It's hilarious, and I love it.
In my journal, I have in bold, I want to be the Hatches. When they told us the story about like how they met in their lives together, I just remember Sister Hatch said they were traveling somewhere and looked at each other and said, "Our life is so cool."
That's me!
And so not only that is inspiring, but also just the people that they are. They're both so caring and giving and outward focused.
Hatch is a ray of sunshine. That's the easiest way to put it. She comes in, she's just bouncing with joy. She came in today and was just like, hello, and just came in like super happy, and she just brings the attitude up in the room wherever she goes.
I literally looked at the Hatches very early on and was like, wow, that's the kind of life and that's the kind of relationship that I want to have someday in the future. So, and Sister Hatch, like, I just want to be her when I grow up.
Rehearsal. Do you remember Elder Miller, our director? Oh, he was great. We all loved Elder Miller. He was so good. We would practice all day and find new songs and play old songs and learn how to play them and do sectionals. It was good times.
So Elder Miller was
my high school band director, so I've known him for many years, and he is one of my biggest role models and one of my heroes, and I just look up to him so much. So I'm so glad that I got to work with him a little bit longer here in the summer, and I just love the Millers with all my heart, and Sister Miller's just incredible. We love her so much, and they really are, like, they're just incredible leaders, and we're just very blessed to have them here with us.
My whole life I wanted to be a music fan, and now I'm a music fan. This is it. This is the ultimate try. Here we go. This is it.
can do it.
You just flip them up and flip your hand over. I won. All of them fell on the ground.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Band director. Growing up in Utah as a band student, you hear all sorts of legends no matter where you go about Elder Miller. You know, they're like, Elder Miller's this band director, he's done so much for education, and you hear all the stories, and having never met him, it's like, man, what's this guy gonna be like? Because you know he's gonna be, you know, really musically talented and driven, but you don't really know, you know, who is the man behind the legend. But coming here to Nauvoo and getting to work with him is just like a great experience, because I'm sure a lot of us have had great directors and, you know, great musical leaders and examples to us, but Elder Miller's more than that. He's been someone we can look up to, both musically and spiritually, and he's been a great example to us. He's uplifted us. He's helped us to become better people and better musicians, and so it's just really cool to see that, you know, just that how great of a guy he is, and to get to meet him and work with him and have this incredible experience.
Sister Miller, where are we?
We're at Carthage.
And what are we gonna do?
We're gonna have our Carthage concert.
Woo!
Yay!
Yes. They have so much love. They are parents and grandparents to all of us, and they have taken care of me so much, and I am so very grateful.
Onward and upward.
And I know that Heavenly Father put them here for us. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that we all needed to be blessed by them, and we've been so blessed to serve with them.
What is your favorite part of directing the Nauvoo Brass Band?
Working with these wonderful, amazing, creative young missionaries. They're phenomenal beyond belief, except the flutes, but everything.
We love you, Elder and Sister Miller!
Boucher or Bouger?
Or Boucher.
It is the question. Or Bahan.
Sister Boucher surprises me every week with something new about herself. The first week, we were cleaning out Sunset Stage, and Sister Broyles comes to me in tears. And we're like, Sister Broyles, what's wrong? And she goes, Sister Boucher just killed 2 mice. And I went in there and I was like, what? Sister Boucher? And she goes, they were getting into the insulation, so I grabbed a broom.
Something that I love, Elder Boucher is so quick to compliment us, which, I mean, we can't get big-headed, but he's the first to come up and, that was amazing, or the first one standing at sunset, just before we're even done, just,
She's perched on. Sister Boucher surprises me every week with something new about herself. The first week, we were cleaning out Sunset Stage, and Sister Broyles comes to me in tears. And we're like, Sister Broyles, what's wrong? And she goes, Sister Boucher just killed 2 mice. And I went in there and I was like, what? Sister Boucher? And she goes, they were getting into the insulation, so I grabbed a broom. They're pests. And I was just, all right. And then Elder Boucher walked in and goes, that's my woman.
All right, elders. Bouchers are the thread that holds the fabric of Nauvoo together.
Oh my God.
Because I don't think half of us would have gotten here without Sister Boucher alone. And
Stayed here because of Elder Boucher. All his fixing.
yeah, they hold us together, and when there's a problem, they're the quickest to get there to find a way to fix it, and they're just so willing to do whatever the Lord calls them to do.
And Sister Boucher perks up, looks at me and says, Elder, do you know how to play Battle Hymn of the Republic? And I was like, I don't know. And she's, at least the right hand. I was like, okay. She goes, okay, I'll play the lower half. And she walks over, and I start playing, and she continues to sit on the lower half of the piano in time. Bong, 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 bong.
And she still cares so much for each of us, and she and Elder Boucher are such a good example to us, just about everything, about their caringness and about their love for the gospel. And they are just the sweetest people ever. And I know I can rely on them for anything.
Like, we'll be like laying in bed and stuff in like the pitch black, and my companion will just be like, "All right, elders, time to get some sleep." And I'm like, "Elder Bouger, get out of my room." But Elder Bouger is just awesome. Like, I know when someone like bumped into our car and like we had a huge dent in it, he comes over with like a screwdriver and a golf club and just like pops it back out, and he like pulls the door. He's like, "Okay, elders, you're good."
We'll call it Happier Week.
Happier
Week. And maybe next week will be Happiest Week.
Elder and Sister Schultz were the reason that I initially considered even coming back and doing this again, because when I heard that they were taking over, it was just clear as day that it was the right thing. They are positive, they are joyful, they are right down to what's important, and they are just the perfect people to be in this position.
The biggest thing with the Schultzes for me is that I've felt that they actually love me, and that's the biggest thing, that I feel that they both love me individually.
Oh, I love working with the Schultzes. They are just both so strong in the gospel. You can see their testimony in the way they do everything. I appreciate the way they've treated us. They've never raised their voices. They've never done anything but build us up and make us want to constantly become better. And I just absolutely love working with them.
What was tonight? I couldn't hear it. Tri-tip.
Told you that I loved you. You said my love was good. I called you my darling. I thought I always would.
The thing I admire most about the Schultzes is how visionary they are. And they're so visionary, and they make it so clear that they're fulfilling the Lord's will. And they've both shared experiences as they've been called as new directors and how they've come to prepare for the summer. And their new ideas and their new changes they've made to shows, you can just feel the Lord's hand in it, and it's really a tribute to their testimony and to their faith.
They are always positive and always uplifting in everything. And even though if something isn't working and it's not creating the vision that they want, they are able to speak to us in a way that gets done what needs to be done without making us feel like failures. And I love that.
When you left me, you left my heart so full of hope. You got stomped on my heart, and you smashed that sucker flat. Well, you're just so loud. Oh, my. Don't put it down.
Elder Schultz is so talented. I just think of Sunset alone and all the different views that he had coming in and the technical aspects along with all the music and his vision. He has a very clear vision, and when I saw Sunset come together, I went, oh my gosh, this is such a good show. And then Sister Schultz, I can see her in the back when we're on Sunset and she'll lean up to him and give him little comments, and then he'll adjust something, and they make such a good team.
Started going out with guys.